What's up?
I don't know what episode number this is, but I don't care.
I mean, did we even post the last one?
Fuck. By the time everybody starts listening to this one, the other one still isn't posted.
Oh, the one that you did with Kevin, right?
I'll post it at the same time, yeah.
All right.
Damn. Oh, double episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that.
Double rainbow.
I mean, lots happened over the last couple weeks. So, what do you talk about?
What are we talking about?
Where did you guys leave off? Let's start.
I have no idea. I went on vacation and forgot everything.
The last show we pretty much just spoke about. It was leading up to Fanatics Fest.
That's true.
We spoke a lot about that. We kind of recapped the national, and talking about like our upcoming shows. And that was pretty much it. And we probably I got into a huge baseball spiel. Forgot exactly what, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you know me, I don't care about baseball, but
it's literally Bruno just listening for a half hour.
Really?
We can talk about Fanatics Fest if you guys want. I mean, I didn't go, but you guys can absolutely go at it.
I will say
Share
this:
your
as
thoughts.
much as you dislike New York City, Bruno, I think you would have enjoyed it. It was like super like it was. I felt like it was very wrestling heavy for the fan experience. I think they did an amazing job with the entrance, like the whole photo op that they made, like I guess what would you call it, like the moment, right? That they created. I think that just having random celebrities be in the building and popping up out of nowhere was crazy. Like me and Kevin were walking to pick up my hat and we saw Jay-Z.
Hanging out at the bar. It was pretty cool.
He was hanging out at the bar and like how many people can say that? You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I was like 10, 15 meters away from Jay-Z. We saw Dana White buying cards from the booth that was behind us, a little to the left.
Yeah, it would have been perfect for you, Bruno. You went to the booth that had a bunch of UFC.
Yeah.
Oh,
well. DJ Ski was pretty cool. Finally got to meet him.
Never heard of that guy.
Well, he did. He's responsible for putting like Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga on the radio. That's how he got famous.
I Wikipedia'd him, and he is pretty up there.
Yeah, and
Prominent.
then he did the reason he got into the collectibles world is because he did a lot of stuff with eBay, like a lot of collabs with eBay. What else happened?
I mean that they you're talking about like all the celebrities and the entrances and all that. Just remember that Fanatics is using the term experience, so they're really capitalizing on that. They're making an experience, not just a convention. It's not your typical convention. It's an experience.
Right. But even just the thing of being in New York and like one of the days Rihanna showed up and just to walk around. Lil Wayne was there.
Little.
But it was random.
Nobody says little.
White
what did I say?
Such a white way to say his name.
Oh, we can edit that, man. We can edit that. Tucci was there. Can we say that?
Coochie?
Tucci.
I don't know what this is.
His other name. Anyways.
Is it a they?
It's Lil Wayne.
Oh,
man. But yeah, but like it was unannounced. Like, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't any like flyer that was like, oh, he's gonna be here this day, you know. What else? You know what I really enjoyed? Seeing people buy. Like, remember we were always talking about how like 99% of the people that buy are flippers, not really collectors. we finally saw, well, two things. We finally saw Met fans, which was refreshing, right, Kev? Like, we finally saw people that are like, New York fans, not just Yankee fans, but Met fans. And some guy came up and he was like, I'm looking for Met players from 2010 to 2014. And he had a list on his phone. He's like, I'm missing Michael Conforto. And I was like, oh, I have a Michael Conforto card here. He's like, cool, I'll take it. I'm missing Matt Harvey. I was like, I have a Matt Harvey card. And you're selling they didn't comp the base card. I was just like, oh yeah, it's $1. He's like, oh cool, $1 here. This one's $5. Oh cool, $5. So it was like, and then he was like, oh awesome, I can cross him off my list now. You know what I mean? And it was like he was collecting like the players from that era, and it really had, he was saying like it has to be any card. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be like a RPA. It doesn't have to be an insert. It doesn't have to be anything. Like I just want a card of them.
Yeah.
And I think that was really cool. Like that was one of the things that like stands out, at least for me.
Those people that would just come up and like just pay full price. I think it was a lot of the people that maybe weren't in the collecting game and just was like, oh, they saw this player, like, oh, let me get that, and it would just, whatever the price tag was. There was still a little bit of the haggling. You still had the regulars, even people that we see at the local shows were there. But like, a bunch of repackers were coming by and paying close to top dollar, and it was good. Like in a card standpoint, I think it was good because you got the new collectors in. You have the guys that are already established. So it was good to see. I mean, we all did pretty well, and for the first time, for it being the first time, I think it was a good showing for Fanatics. So that brings up they're doing their next one in November down in Florida, in Orlando.
Well, isn't there a Pittsburgh one like soon?
Yeah, I think that one's coming up this month or in October. I think that one's actually going to be at I call it PNC. That's where their stadium used to be called, but I think it's actually at the stadium.
Oh, okay.
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what I heard. But
the November one is the Orlando one, right?
Yeah, which they really haven't started promoting yet, which I find kind of weird. I haven't really seen much for it. I think it's not going to be at the level of Fan Fest in New York City, but I would imagine that they would already started promoting it.
You would think that they would have announced it right as soon as the New York one was done to get, because it's still fresh in everyone's mind.
So the word was going around that whole weekend that they were going to do one in Orlando.
Yeah, but I mean, on social media and stuff.
They haven't promoted it anywhere. Like I haven't seen it anywhere yet. It's not on their website. I haven't seen it on Instagram. They've reached out to us already about doing it, about
right,
getting a dealer booth there. But yeah, they haven't.
I wonder if they're trying to get a head count of who's actually going to vend before they start doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think they went hard at New York because it was the first one and it was New York. So I think that was the main focus. I think now they're just going to start falling into, taking it easy, maybe bringing in a couple people, but not go so crazy. So now you're going to really see like whether or not this is, going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Because the price tags on this stuff is a lot. So I don't know how long they're going to be able to sustain that. It's a lot.
Right. You can tell they blew their budget out on the first show. But again, like there is a market in New York for this, and maybe that just becomes like we were talking about it before. Maybe that just becomes like the modern show of the year. Not competing, but in addition to the national just being a little more laid back, more classic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because they made it a point to be modern. You know.
yeah, fresh,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
fresh, and interactive, which is the big thing. Interactive with all the like you kept saying, like the fan experiences, and just the reach of, like, I mean, my friend went with her boyfriend, and they have no idea about the hobby. They literally just went because they wanted an autograph from one of the wrestling people that were there, and it opened up, and he bought some stuff, and you know what I mean, like it just, you're bringing a whole crowd of that had no idea that the hobby exists.
Yeah.
So I just brought up an article, and I think this is pretty telling. It's on Sports Collectors Daily. So they said at the Topps Industry Conference, they announced that the Javits Center would be a 65% fandom and culture and 35% collecting. They also announced plans for a second Fanatics Fest in Orlando that will prioritize collecting but also contain an element geared to fans in a smaller show at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. So I think these two shows that they're doing in Pittsburgh and Orlando are going to be more geared collectors. So it'll be like more of a card show than Fanatics Fest was in New York. Which, you know, to me it's cool. I mean, you're still getting into, I don't really see many shows in Florida, not that I look for them anyway.
Yeah.
But it could be a way for them to just kind of do like these, it's not really a regional Fanatics Fest, it's more of a smaller show geared towards the collecting part of it. So I don't know.
And maybe that's the direction that they go into, that we're gonna have these small shows where we're gonna, you know, promote, because remember, they have their whole platform to perform, to push their whole platform, that's competing with whatnot, you know. So they're pushing that, but you know what, every year we'll have the fan experience in New York, and we'll have the little shows that tag along to promote the marketplace and the app and the collectors, but we'll have the fan experience to go along with it.
I think that fan experience, from what I'm like reading here, I think that fan experience is going to be, there's going to be 4 per year apparently, and I think they're going to gear it to markets like New York, LA, probably Chicago or something like that, and maybe like somewhere in the Midwest. Well, not Midwest, but maybe Southwest,
Dallas,
like
Vegas.
Maybe. I think Vegas is kind of close to LA. Not really, but close enough. I think maybe they go a little southwest and do like Dallas or, I don't know, something like that. But
New Orleans?
I don't know. I don't like New Orleans. It smells
Never
bad.
been.
It's stinky over there.
Damn, that's racist as fuck.
Dang, it's just people, it's a party town. People just
kidding, man.
All over the place.
I'm kidding. I didn't
even
the French
hear it.
Quarter just smells terrible. Can't get that smell out of your.
Well, the French are very stinky people.
Why? Here we go.
The French, come on, man. They don't even shave their armpits out there.
What?
Women don't shave their armpits. That's disgusting.
I mean, they're not French, but. All right.
I'm kidding.
Oh man, that's great.
So yeah, I think that's what they're gonna be doing. So, I don't know. I think the next big one would most likely be LA. It would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Be nice to go to LA. Never been.
Bruno will go.
Watch Ohtani.
I don't think Bruno will go to LA. If he doesn't like New York, LA is even worse.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough for me. Even California in general. That is just not for me.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm still debating Orlando. I don't know what Bruno's thoughts are right now, but
I'm not going.
Yeah, I'm debating doing it. But we'll see. It also sucks.
I'd rather do a Collecticon in Orlando, to be honest. Just seems more fun.
I mean, what would be the difference?
I don't know.
Collecticon seems like in Orlando is huge.
Is it?
That's one of the bigger ones.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm debating.
There's mad pikas out there. You know what I'm saying? Fuck.
Oh man.
All right, so anyway, I think we're off of the. I think that was enough for Fanatics.
Yeah.
Football season, and we got to get into some football talk.
How about those Jets, baby?
They suck.
They suck so bad, man.
Well, you kind of saw it in the off season. They're just not. Aaron Rodgers has like taken over the team, and you could see that there's no connection between him and like Garrett Wilson. It's just like there's something off there.
Yeah, they had like
right there. You knew
he had what, like 2 catches, man. Like
you knew just seeing that and their interactions that something was off. So if the quarterback and the receiver aren't,
in sync,
one mindset, forget it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not going to work. So I don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers has way too much input. I mean, I think Saleh is a pushover. I think he sucks. I mean, I don't know why people love him so much, but he sucks in my opinion.
Well, Saleh's not the offensive coordinator. I'll tell you what. Aaron Rodgers runs that offense. It doesn't matter what head coach you put over him. They're not going to have the final say over Aaron Rodgers. He's just going to run it the way he wants, and that's why he wanted Nathaniel Hackett as his offensive coordinator, right? Because his offense, it's like having like Pat Mahomes. Yeah, Andy Reid runs a team, but Mahomes at this point can call any play he wants, and Andy Reid's not going to tell him no.
Right, but the difference is with Andy Reid, at least him and Mahomes like have an understanding.
Yeah,
and they can discuss things. You're not going to have that with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, you're not going to have that with Aaron Rodgers anywhere.
Right.
It's just the way he is.
Right.
It's going to be.
Okay, exactly. So the problem is Aaron Rodgers right now.
Yeah, and I mean, Aaron Rodgers is still really, really good. I mean, you saw a couple of passes that he made that were pretty sick in that game, like that ball to the sideline that was put right on the back shoulder, like throws that like every quarterback can make. He still has.
I don't think anybody's questioning his skill set, though.
Yeah,
it's his leadership right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's been like this his whole career. I don't know. He's won before. I think he can still win. I don't think they have. I think it's the first game, and they still need to work some things out. I think they can still be a pretty good team. I don't think they're as good as everybody was saying they were going to be. I still think there's a lot of voids there. They absolutely have no pass rush.
Nope.
They couldn't get to the quarterback. So not having what's his name? The DN that came from Philly.
Oh yeah.
What the hell's his name? Hassan?
Reddick.
Hassan?
No.
Yeah. Hassan.
Yeah.
That kind of that kind of messed him up too, because he was supposed to be the guy. So I don't know. I think they're going to be a middle of the road team. I think they may make the playoffs, but we'll see. Maybe they put up 40 points next week. Who knows? It's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I have my doubts right now on that team. I mean, on paper, yes, you could see a solid team. I just don't know, man. I think Aaron Rodgers is not the right guy for that team. I don't know. That's just me.
Well,
I don't think it's going to work.
We'll definitely know the answer to that this week.
Yeah, and I mean this season.
If he gets into a groove, if not, I mean, after that second touchdown, that kind of like gave a little hope, kind of. I mean,
the second touchdown in the fourth quarter when they really lost.
No.
I know, right? It was like 7 minutes left, 6 minutes left.
Yeah, I mean,
man.
Tyrod Taylor took him down the field, but they're also playing. The defense was playing soft because they were up by.
Yeah, exactly.
So anybody would have driven. I mean, Rodgers would have driven down the field. Anybody would have done it at that point. I don't know. They need to feed the ball to Breece Hall more. I think they kind of got away from him a little bit, and whatever. We'll see. I'm not a fan, so I don't really care. But it'd be nice to see them actually be good for a change.
Yeah, we'll see. A lot of hype behind them, and they were supposed to be the favorites again for the Super Bowl, and it does not look like it at all. They do not look like that team right now.
They're making them Super Bowl contenders without them even playing a game. Like Rodgers didn't play all preseason. Like you don't know.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have, aside from practice, they haven't had any real game touches together. So you can see that. Right. You can see him being off with Garrett Wilson during a real game. During practice, you're playing a little softer than you would. You know, you're not going with the full head of steam. So you're not going to have that true connection.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I think they just need to have more in-game reps. Garrett Wilson is good enough to be one of the best wide receivers in the league, and Rodgers can get him the ball. So the more we see them play, the better they'll get. But I think right now that everybody was just like, oh yeah, they're going to be good off the rip. But I'm not going to say I knew, but I kind of had a feeling that there was going to be some rust there.
Speaking of the Jets, man, Sam Darnold looked fantastic this week out of nowhere.
He also played.
What the heck?
He played the Giants. I mean,
whatever.
Yeah, he looked good. And he's been a good backup. I mean, that's what he
has.
I don't see him being, the second coming of Kirk Cousins.
Never know.
You never know. I mean, he was the second overall pick that year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the tools, but I mean, it's against the Giants. You got to take that with a cup of tea.
Oh my God, the Giants!
They're so bad.
Daniel Jones tried to look tough with his beard this year, and
oh
my God,
you can't look.
I think he tried to get away from that Eli look.
I mean, but Eli was tough. He was tough.
Eli just didn't get hurt.
He never got hurt.
He wasn't tough. Eli never looked tough. He always looked like a retard.
Eli, I'm not an Eli guy, but Eli never got shaken up in a game where, like, you could see that he was physically, like, I mean, yeah, at times you would have that stupid look on his face, but.
Which look?
Like,
the Riri. He was the Riri look.
He would stay in and he would do his thing, and he was an Iron Man. Like, you can't take that away from the guy. Daniel Jones can't stay on the field. The level of toughness from those two guys is just, it's so far off. Like, Eli was tough. I got to give it to that guy.
Yeah.
What the heck is going on?
What?
Why did somebody open up a birthday card or some shit?
Probably my son.
Oh.
No, that's my washing machine. That's done.
Sounds like somebody opened a birthday card. That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, Giants suck. Jets, I think, will be okay. Cowboys look good. I think their offense could have looked better. They came out hot. Defense looked amazing.
Defense, yes.
The offense will be
smashed.
Fine. I think
they smashed the Browns.
Fuck Dak. He sucks.
He won the game, man.
No, he did not win the game.
They won the game. So that's the problem. Is
that solid defense won the game.
When people say that when Dak, if the Cowboys lose, it's Dak's fault. If the Cowboys win,
because he has to score points.
He scores 30+ points a game. That's what he does. Whatever.
It wasn't all him, man. Brandon Aubrey also almost tied the record field goal. You saw that?
Have him kick the 71-yarder.
I know. Even if he would have missed, who cares? Give him that shot.
They were already up. I was like, oh man, they gotta let him do it now. Like I think he was ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he nailed the 66-yarder that they called the delayed game on, which is
with still some room. And you saw it go, and you're like, whoa! Like he probably could have done it further.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah,
for a guy that came from the United Soccer League.
Yeah,
just tearing it up. He's amazing. I think right now the team to beat in the NFL. I mean, you have to give the Chiefs are the Chiefs. They're always gonna be up there.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude, they started off slow last year. I mean, they could have lost that game last week for sure. It was by a toe that they did.
It's November. It's when they start picking things up and they go crazy.
They're just a solid team. I mean, and they have guys that come out of nowhere. It's like that kid that scored 2 touchdowns. I forget his name. Like, Xavier Worthy. That's it.
Yeah.
And it happens all the time with him. Rashee Rice. Like those guys just come out of nowhere and just start playing well. So I think they're still one of the teams to beat. But the Saints, man, like the Saints, I was not expecting them to beat up on the Panthers the way they did.
Yeah, but it's still the Panthers. Like the Panthers still need work, you know. You were giving Sam Darnold crap for beating the Giants, but like it's kind of similar. The Panthers aren't really that great. Bryce Young still isn't like a top tier quarterback. He still has a lot of work to do, and
I don't think he will be either.
No,
I don't think he has it.
But that's what I mean. Like, yeah, but it's still the Panthers. Like, we're gonna see this week against the Cowboys defense. Like, is it the same team?
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying they're a team to beat. They really surprised me. How efficient they were. And Derek Carr.
Yeah, we'll see.
Derek Carr, I don't care what anybody says. He's still a top 15 quarterback in the league. Like he's still really good.
Yeah, he's always he's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
So he always puts up a lot of points. That's a fantasy guy right there.
Yeah. And with the first round quarterbacks, I think I posted something on Instagram last week. None of them looked good. The only one that looked okay was Jaden Daniels.
That's the only one. Caleb Williams looked horrible. Like he needs to. That's why I've never been a fan of rookie quarterbacks playing the first year, even the second year. I am a firm believer in keep them behind a veteran quarterback for 2 to 3 years and then put him out there.
I think it works. I think you're right. I think it works less than when you see a guy sit for at least. Look at Mahomes. He sat for a year and then he blew up.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years.
Yeah.
Tony Romo sat for 3, and he wasn't. I mean, he was an undrafted guy, but still sat for 3 years. Yeah, guys like
Tom Brady did the same thing.
He started his rookie year because Bledsoe got hurt.
Well, you're right. You're right.
But there's just guys that, I think these guys need to sit and watch. Like Caleb Williams needed to sit behind the guy like a Gardner Minshew if he was their quarterback. Sit behind the guy like that. He's not the best, but he's a consistent performer. Sit behind like what they did with Kirk Cousins this year. I think that was perfect in Atlanta.
Yep.
You have him start, you put the kid behind him, and let him watch. I think that's a good idea. But I mean, I don't know. These guys look bad. Like Bo Nix looked terrible. Jaden Daniels had a rushing touchdown or 2, was it?
Yeah, but it's still not enough. I mean, I think there's just so much hype behind these quarterbacks now that I don't know. It's like the teams just rush right into it. It's like they're desperate. They have no patience.
Yeah.
It's a win now. We got to win.
It's also because of what they pay him.
Right. It's the contract.
Ever since Sam Bradford got signed to that $60 million right off the bat deal, ever since then it's been start your first round picks. I think it fails more than it succeeds. Like the last guy, who's the last guy that came out as a first round quarterback and performed well? Yeah, I mean Andrew Luck.
Yeah, that's probably him, and maybe
and he got the shit beat out of him and retired when he was 30 years old. I mean, there's not really many you can think of. Baker Mayfield, consistent. I mean, I guess you can say him, but he had a bad couple of years.
Trevor Lawrence did okay.
He's okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's not
a lot of those guys. You put them in a bad situation because those first even
too much pressure.
Like the top picks, they're going on to bad teams.
Yeah,
you have the first pick for a reason. You're a bad team. So, Trevor Lawrence going to the Jaguars, it was already a bad situation for him.
Terrible team, yeah.
And, I mean, he's been doing okay, but then you have a guy like Dak Prescott who gets drafted in the 4th round and never lost a starting job. I'm just saying.
Still sucks in the postseason.
I don't care. He's still one of the greatest quarterbacks in the league.
Cool. But we need to win championships.
Anyway, so that's what's happening with the first.
He hates talking about that.
I don't want to get annoyed. It would probably make for a good podcast. But we'll record one on Dak Prescott, just me and you going at it.
Okay. Well, usually you want to pay top dollar to quarterbacks that actually win championships,
or get your
not to the people that fail. Waste of money.
Not a waste of money.
You'll see. He's gonna get hurt.
When is Dak Prescott hurt? Aside from 1 year,
he's gonna get hurt.
He got hurt one.
He's gonna get hurt because he signed a big contract.
He signed 3 big contracts already.
Well, this one.
This is the 3rd one.
Fuck him.
All right.
Bruno's pissed, man.
I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan. He hasn't done anything. It's been just pay him. For what?
And put who else there?
You gotta trust the process.
Somebody else. Who
do you want to run the offense? And you want to
Ryan Tannehill got further than him.
He also had a great defense with
so do we.
Great running back.
So did we.
So, what, with Zeke?
Yes, before, but we've had pretty good running backs.
We didn't have Derrick Henry.
So?
I think Derrick Henry alone dragged the Titans into the postseason.
Maybe. I mean, somebody had to hand him the ball. His name was Ryan Tannehill.
Every great quarterback can't win every year. Like, it just doesn't happen. Like, Pat Mahomes is
Patrick Mahomes does.
Yeah. Who's the other one?
Tom Brady did.
Hey, that's it. Who else?
Ben Roethlisberger did pretty much.
And Eli Manning.
No, he is not in that conversation whatsoever.
He won twice. If he won twice, that means
he did not win twice. So it was the defense.
I mean, he made 2 big passes to win the games, right?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean,
it was the defense.
We got to call a spade a spade.
No, it's not a spade. It's a jackass.
I mean, Tony Romo was my favorite quarterback, and he's worse than Romo than Prescott in the playoffs.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
How many games did he win in the playoffs?
2.
Thank you.
Right.
And Dak
Prescott, he's 2 for 4. 2 for 4. Dak Prescott's 2 for 5.
Prescott
still
has
Let's do the math here. 2 for 5 or 2 for 4.
How did Romo make the playoffs less than Prescott actually made the playoffs?
Prescott played longer.
No, he didn't. Don't come at me with that bullshit.
It just felt longer.
Yeah,
that's what
it's just dragging out. It's dragging out. That's why. Dak Prescott is just dragging out. And then they gave him Zeke back for what? To go buy dongs again?
Second in MVP voting last year. It's still not good enough.
Yeah, you know what second is? The first loser.
All right, and the other ones after him are losers worse than him.
That's okay, but that still puts him in the loser bracket. He didn't win. As usual, he still didn't win.
Let me ask you a question. Josh Allen or Dak Prescott?
Josh Allen.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I agree 100%. I would take Josh Allen over Dak Prescott. Has he won a Super Bowl?
Josh Allen, no.
Okay, there you go. I mean,
I would take him. You put Josh Allen on that team, he's definitely winning a Super Bowl.
I'm not saying that nobody's better than Dak. There's quarterbacks better than that. I think Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
You said who would we put in there?
Yeah.
You just gave me one example.
A realistic person that you can get. That's what I'm saying. Not somebody that you can just pick off of any team. That would be easy.
Could have gotten Aaron Rodgers.
You would take Aaron Rodgers over Dak Prescott right now?
Yes.
I don't think you would.
You're insane.
What?
I don't think
with that team?
With
that defense? You were just saying they had no pass rush. Nothing.
It doesn't matter. Aaron Rodgers. What? Aaron Rodgers at this point, you would take Aaron Rodgers at 40 years old over Dak
for
Prescott.
2 years? Yes. We'd win it twice.
I don't think so. You're talking out of your ass.
Okay.
You're asking a guy to come in, who doesn't, fine, he played under Mike McCarthy. They don't get along. But you're asking him to come play with Mike McCarthy. You think they'll be fine. He played with Mike McCarthy. He won once.
No, they would have fired McCarthy.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. I'm just trying to have a realistic option.
Okay.
That could play quarterback for the Cowboys and be better than Dak Prescott. That's what I'm asking you for. Not for somebody that we can pluck off of any team.
You can.
Who?
Anybody else?
No.
Why not?
Just doesn't work.
Derek Carr.
Not better than Dak.
But he would have won with that team. That's what my point is.
What do you mean with that team? He hasn't won with any team.
Listen, Dak has had a great team for years.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't won shit in the postseason.
Okay. So his first postseason, we're spending way too much time on this topic. I don't want to get into a Dak debate. But his first postseason game against the Green Bay Packers, was it Dak's fault that he lost?
No.
He should have scored more points.
He scored 34 points. He was down by 20 going into the half.
Okay, and if he would have scored one more, it would have been 41.
Put the team up, right? Got the ball, put the team up. We were up by, it was 34-31 or whatever it was.
No, that game, Aaron Rodgers, the defense fucked that up.
Fine. Exactly. If you score 30, look how many times Dak has scored 30 points that they've lost the game because of the defense at some point. I'm not saying they've had terrible defense. They've had their best defenses have come in the last couple of years.
They shouldn't have been down by 20 points.
Whose fault is that?
The defense.
The people that are responsible for putting up points.
Okay, he put up the points. He came back and
later.
Okay, but he's still
can't
up.
Be down and work your ass off at the end to try to get up.
He was up by less than 2 minutes to go.
Fuck that up. 2 minutes. That's too much time.
And granted, he was a rookie. He was a rookie quarterback who got drafted in the 4th round, who wasn't expected to start.
And he acted like a 4th rounder at that point.
Oh, by putting them ahead.
You're bringing up a terrible example.
I'm not, because you're saying he lost.
That's
playoffs.
One of the 5 games that he lost.
Would have made him. He would have been 3-4 or 3-5 if he won that game only. Maybe
3-5.
Let's say 3-5 or 3-4, whatever. Who knows if they win the next game or not?
Probably would have won.
This is great.
and then the games I'll give you is the ones against the Niners when he's trying to run up and he runs that ball. Fine, he can't run that ball. Whatever, it is what it is. He lost that game. And last year the whole team sucked. I'm not putting it just on Dak. The whole team was garbage. Defense, offense, they just couldn't get shit.
They just stopped playing.
It just didn't make any sense.
Yes,
but. I mean, I wouldn't put all the playoff losses on Dak. It's just not fair. But whatever, you're a Dak hater, so I can't. The more I try to talk about Dak and be optimistic, you just get more pessimistic. So there's not much I can tell you that'll change your mind.
Yeah, that's true.
He went there, Bruno.
That's true.
All right, I think it's enough on Dak. What's next?
Dak is whack. We were supposed to talk about 1st-round quarterbacks, not 4th-rounders. Nobody talks about those assholes.
The greatest 4th-round quarterback of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, I guarantee you. Look up the numbers. It's probably it.
There's no way.
I'm pretty sure he's up there.
I'm pretty sure anybody else in the 4th round was better than him.
No, don't think so.
They could have won in the postseason, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, like Dan Marino.
No, Dan Marino just didn't have a team.
Yeah, he did. He got the playoffs every year. He couldn't win. Right? Apparently that's what it takes, right? So
he fucked that up. He should have put up more points.
That simple. It really is that simple. All right, can we move on, please?
Yes.
I'm sweating.
Speaking of losers, how about the Mets?
What are you talking about? They're 11. They just won 11 out of the last 13 games.
I don't know. That's just a topic of discussion. Right now, I'm going to zip it because I don't know anything about this.
You can't talk about the Mets if you don't know shit about baseball. They've been the best team. They've been the best team in baseball in September and most of August.
Yeah, since they came back from the break.
They've been the best team in the league. In the major.
And Lindor MVP.
Good for you.
It's not too late to be a Mets fan, Bruno.
I like how Lewis is just a spectator right now.
I'm just enjoying my treat.
The Mets. The Mets
beat the
Mets are, because of the way they started their season, it's amazing to see that they're actually in the wild card race.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you that. The Phillies are really good. I don't think we'll get to first place, but we do have 7 games to play against them, so.
I think today was a really important game, especially if we were losing and no hits up until the 9th.
Oh, by the way, I think Bruno wants to talk about the Mets because he just played the Mets in Little League, right? Your son's team played them?
Oh, you played the Mets today?
They got obliterated.
By the Mets.
So that's 21-0.
No mercy rule?
I don't know.
I'm like, what the hell? They're just letting him get freaking walloped.
So wait a sec. They let them run on the third strike, but they don't have a mercy rule. That's
a different umpire. Yeah, things were weird because like in that first game, they just let them score like endlessly. And in this one, after 5 runs, then the inning's over. So I didn't get it. Like even some of the parents are like, "What the fuck?" Like shit is not consistent at all. Nobody knows what the hell's going on.
It used to be if you can't bat twice in the same inning.
Oh no.
That's how it used to be. You couldn't bat twice. Like if you were about to bat, like the inning was over once everyone batted.
There's definitely got to be a mercy rule. I mean, 21-0 is pretty crazy. What do you guys play? 6 innings?
No, it's I think it's it's 2 hours. And it's basically the game is 2 hours. So, if it gets to it might be 6, like it's usually around there, but we've ended it earlier. Like today, I think it went to maybe 5 innings. I don't know. But it was already like 2 hours into it, so that was it.
So they call it at the 2-hour mark wherever you're at.
No, they don't call it. But like if the inning is still going, it'll end whenever the inning's over. Right. But whatever inning you're on at that point,
right.
That's pretty much it. Like if it's the bottom of that inning or whatever's happening at the time.
Yeah, weird little.
That's some fucking dumbass baseball league, man.
And what it's the parents. It's like the coaches pitching to the players.
No,
it looked like
that's only in Pee-wee.
It looked like a grown ass man throwing the ball against your son today.
What?
Fuck video. No.
It looked like it was a little shorty, bro.
Yeah,
a little 3-foot guy.
Noah's a big kid, and I could have sworn the guy pitching looked like way bigger than he did.
First of all, it's definitely not a guy. Not. It's a kiddo.
That was definitely a grown man.
Definitely not. The kid was shorter than Noah.
Yeah, really? You could tell on the mount.
Oh, the second one. I think that quick video at the end. Yeah, that was a big boy. That was a big boy.
It was a big kid, right?
Yeah, the second video.
Fuck yeah, he looks dumb big.
Yeah. That was a big boy. But the first one was a smaller kid.
He definitely looked like a grown man.
Did you see the picture in the chat?
I did.
That's what I was doing the whole time. Oh
what
man!
The fuck? Oh man!
Yeah, but
on the baseball topic, I'm sure you guys may have some input on this Ohtani and Judge seasons they're having. I mean, Judge has slowed down tremendously over the last week and a half or so.
It's what we were expecting was going to happen. He was going to start getting walked a lot.
Well, not even. He's just not hitting the ball. he's taking a lot of offers. I mean, he's still getting walked, but like I think yesterday he was like 0 for 2 with 2 walks. The other day he was like 0 for 4. I mean, he was due for a slump at some point.
Yeah,
because he was hitting so well. I don't think he's going to get to 60 homers this year. There was a point where it looked like he was gonna, but I don't think.
How many Ohtani you think is going to get?
I think Ohtani's going to go 50-50. He'll be the first player in history to have 50 homers and 50 stolen bases. How crazy is that?
Didn't somebody break the record last year for stealing bases?
No, nobody's ever going to break that record.
No,
that's Ricky Hendricks, 130 stolen bases in a season. That record's not getting broken.
No, but somebody did something with stealing bases that like was some sort of milestone or something.
It was the fastest.
Acuna?
No, he went 40-40. That's just it's something. It's like so Acuna hit 40 homers and 40 RBI, 40 stolen bases
in one season.
But I think he was the first one to do 40-60. That's what it is. He went 40 homers, 60 stolen bases.
Okay.
He was the first one to do that. But no player has ever hit 50 homers and had 50 stolen bases.
Okay.
You think De La Cruz is gonna get close to it?
I mean,
where's he at right now?
He already has 62 stolen bases. He's not going to hit 40 homers.
Right.
He's got like 22 right now, 23.
Who is that? The rookie?
Ellie, yeah.
Ellie De La Cruz.
The guy from the Reds. I think I have him right here.
I see.
This guy.
Kev's got like 1,000 cards of him.
Yeah, he's really good too. I think he's one of the next. He's already. I mean, his rookie cards are selling crazy amount of money, but yeah, he's definitely the next one of those next like Acuna types.
How's Paul Skeens doing? Is he still hyped up?
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah,
he's like I mean, if he keeps it up, he's gonna blow out his arm at some point. He's very comparable to like Jacob deGrom in this
game. Yeah.
Just that kind of pitcher. Throws hard.
Did you see him get into that altercation with the ump the other day? What was it, a couple of weeks ago maybe? Where he thought it was strike 3. He walked off the mound and the ump's like, "Hey, you don't walk off the mound." You see that?
No, I missed that.
He's like, "You do it. You get out when I say it's strike 3, all right?" And he's like, "All right, my bad."
I think it's cool what he does. He every time someone hits a home run, I don't know if he does it every time, but he's done it a bunch of times where a guy hits a home run off of him and he laughs. He just like looks at the ball, he laughs and like looks at the player and like starts like laughing or like smirking, like, "All right, you got me this time." Like that kind. I think he's only he's only given up.
Definitely has some. He has some tism.
Maybe.
Is that what rizzing is?
Rizzing?
No, rizzing is having charisma. You're such a beta.
I don't know. I'm just trying to learn stuff here.
Does your son talk like that or no?
No. I haven't heard him say that, but he has mentioned that word. And he said it means that like you're cool.
Riz?
That's his definition of it.
It's you have charisma.
Like Shawn Michaels.
Speaking of Shawn Michaels, you guys pumped for that the Vince McMahon Netflix thing?
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, I'm gonna watch it, but I am hearing that it's like they're burying him, like they're making him look like the most evil guy,
like the piece of shit that he is.
He kind of is, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
good.
I like Vince for what he did for wrestling, but you could tell that he's a little bit of a scumbag.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people.
He's like a genius psychopath type of guy.
an idiot savant. More creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
I'm sure that documentary is all about burying him. I mean, at this point, it just is what it is. It sucks because what he did for wrestling is insane, but he's just.
That's the problem, is that like all his entire legacy just is worthless now. Like, he's not going into the Hall of Fame. He's not going to be recognized.
Right.
The guy who basically did it all and made it what it is just not going to get recognized for it.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, he should have fucking acted right.
That's okay.
You know?
People fuck up all the time.
You know, what I think...
Yeah, and they should get punished for it, right?
Okay, that's fine, but you should still be like, dude, you were fucking awesome here.
No.
Okay.
Let people remember it. Let people remember it. But let's not give, let him be remembered for that. But also, that doesn't give him a clean slate to be like.
Nobody's giving him a clean slate, but you still.
You just said you want him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, for his accomplishments in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that, but I mean, it's like Pete Rose with baseball. He's not going to go into the Hall of Fame until he dies. I don't know if Vince is ever going to get into the Hall of Fame.
But wait a minute. Let's hold on. What is your reasoning, your judgment on like his character? Like, why are you feeling this type of way? Like, why don't you think he should be honored? Lewis.
Who, Vince?
Yeah.
Well, it was actually kind of after that whole
right.
That thing came out with
right.
That court case. That was kind of like, okay, you're fucking dumb.
But
that's why but that's why I agree with you on his accomplishments to the sport. Recognition should be there, yes, and keep the personal shit out of it, right?
Right. But what I'm going to say is like all this, as like crazy and weird and psychotic as it looks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that she did agree to terms and did agree to the money and what would come from that.
Right.
Like, why does it have to be just him? Like, why is he being made out to be the only bad guy? Like, she agreed to this. And she took the money for it.
Well, she never got paid the rest of it, but that's why she came
No, I know.
And that's a different thing. And that's the only reason why we found out about it, right?
Because maybe she didn't eat the shit. She should have eaten the shit. Maybe he said, you got to eat this now, and she didn't. So he's like, all right, well, fuck that shit then. I'm not paying you.
Damn.
But my point is, like,
let me just say something.
I get it, because it is fucking weird.
From Portugal. So pissed.
I'm not pissed at all. But what I'm saying is, the guy is weird. We get that. We've read that. We get it. It's very strange, right?
And we knew that from the get-go.
It's not normal.
Right.
Well, we all knew that he was out there because, it's just his ego. We could just see it. But to the extent of that, I mean, it was a lot. It was extreme. It was like hard to read. But what I'm saying is, she agreed to this stuff. And she could say, oh, I feared for losing my job and all this stuff. Okay. But you still agreed to it. Like, you didn't have to. And it only comes out many years later when probably you're fucking broke and you're trying to get some money back now.
Mm-hmm.
That's like where I like, it's hard for me to just take one side. It's like, yeah, he's a piece of shit. We get that. But aren't you kind of a piece of shit too? I mean, if it was that bad, you kind of should have been a little more eager or urgent to try to get out or do something about it sooner, not wait years later.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like the whole story's not there. That's why I'm like, just to make him to be the bad guy and say, all right, well, we're not going to talk about you ever again in pro wrestling is like too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, man. I mean,
it's weird.
He is who he is. You can't take away what he did in wrestling, but I do think him in the position he is, you got to be a little smarter than that. And you also if you're not gonna him himself, he didn't want to put a guy who deserved to be in the Hall of Fame because for obvious reasons. Yes, he murdered his family. Totally agree. Chris Benoit never made it into the Hall of Fame, even though he was one of the most accomplished pro wrestlers of all time.
Well, they remember they did that whole memorial.
Yeah.
Without knowing the whole story, remember?
Before they knew the story.
Yeah.
He was going to be a Hall of Famer.
Right.
If he hadn't murdered his family, if it was something else, then yeah, he would be in the Hall of Fame at this point. But Vince McMahon didn't want to put him in the Hall of Fame for obvious reasons, backlash from the fans and from everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think Vince McMahon knows, I mean, at this point, for what he did, yeah, he didn't murder anybody, but with the reputation you just put upon yourself, the WWE can't put you in the Hall of Fame, and they have to do what they do it's public relations, right? They can't do that for somebody like him. I mean, even Jimmy Snuka, didn't they take him out of the Hall of Fame for like afterwards, or is he still in there?
He's still in there.
Yeah, that's another guy. Like Jimmy Snuka shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame after. I know he's dead now, but from all the shit that we know, like a guy like that shouldn't be. But whatever. I mean, I think he kind of did it to himself, so I don't feel bad for him. But I do agree with Bruno where, yeah, he is a guy that wrestling is what it is because of him.
Because of him. Mm-hmm.
You know, the way it's marketed and where it got to, it wouldn't have happened without Vince McMahon. And I think everybody will always remember that. And I mean, 500 years from now, probably not. He'll probably be nobody will remember Vince McMahon, but the next 100 to 200 years, people are going to know who Vince McMahon is.
I don't know about that.
I don't think he's. I mean, if you look up,
I don't think so, man. The younger generations, they're not going to know that stuff.
Yeah, but it'll still be in the books. I mean, you can't take him out of history. He was
also part of such a big movement with the whole. When wrestling was kind of like the no rules, you know what I mean? Like the whatchamacallit, the what's it called? The era, the
Attitude Era.
Attitude Era. Like, you know what I mean? That was so epic. Where, like, for example, like wrestling for me, the first I ever heard of wrestling was WrestleMania 2. With Hogan and Andrew the Giant. Remember that?
You weren't even alive, bro.
That's WrestleMania 3.
But, huh?
That's WrestleMania 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was 2.
Hogan and Andre.
I'm going to fact check you on that because I think I had the VHS.
WrestleMania 2 was Hogan
and Warrior, right?
Mr. T, I think, against Piper and Mr. Wonderful, I think.
WrestleMania 2 was Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy.
Oh, yes. At Atlantic City.
Yeah. Nah.
No?
The event took place.
Maybe not Atlantic City.
Rosemont. And then Los Angeles. So I'm thinking of WrestleMania 3. Yes. WrestleMania 3.
So you remember that at
but
3 years old?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, look, when I found out about wrestling was probably like in 5th, 6th grade, right? When everyone just wanted to like fight and fake fight, and I thought they wanted to like really fight.
But that was the Attitude Era already. That was like
right. So imagine the Attitude Era was
right around the Attitude Era.
So that was WrestleMania what? What number?
14.
That's like 10, 11,
right?
12, like right around there, because that's Austin and Bret
Right.
Hart.
And the fact that it was now that it was, like the fact that it was Hollywood Hogan now brought back like, okay, who Hogan was, like, oh, it was Hulk Hogan. And that's why I'm saying, like, okay, in order not to understand that, but in order to be more like more informed on that, it was like, oh shit, WrestleMania 3 was what, like, I remember one of the teachers, I think, brought in the tape because it was like a 2 VHS thing, and he pulled it out like that, and like Hogan came out with like a shirt. It was really cool. But I mean, like, that's what's gonna happen. Like, I think the Attitude Era is gonna be remembered for so long, and it's gonna be McMahon being responsible for that.
Well, you got to remember.
Well, it's Austin and McMahon. They basically, that was their era. That was their rivalry.
And the whole thing was pretty much a response to what WCW was doing. They had to get better ratings, and that's when Vince came up, or Vince and whoever his crew was. I think Austin and Triple H and all them kind of started this renegade wrestling where they just started going crazy, and that's when the Attitude Era happened. Because the Attitude Era was a response to losing in ratings to WCW. That's where it came from. And but yeah, I mean, it was him. He was the mastermind behind the whole thing, and just the way
some would argue it was Vince Russo.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that too. But Vince Russo, then he shat the bed in WCW, so it was like.
Yeah, because he tried to do the same thing, but he went like too crazy.
Yeah.
I think it all worked because you had the right people that were pouring out ideas, but you also had other guys that were like, no, that's too wild. Let's do it this way. Vince Russo would come up with probably crazy ideas at WCW. Nobody said, hey, calm down or do it this way, which is why it sucked. Like, you have to be grounded. Like, there's got to be people around you that can, keep you leveled and keep everything balanced. Otherwise, it's not going to work if it's just one way or the other.
Right.
I think that's what happened. You just had the right people working and the right people with the right ideas bouncing off of each other. And that's why it worked. But yeah, man, that's Vince McMahon. I mean, I'm going to watch the documentary. I watch anything wrestling related. So,
You ever see One Night in China?
I mean, X-Pac is in the Hall of Fame, and he fucked China pretty bad with drugs and everything else. He can stick in her.
sensitive subject.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's oh man. Who was it? It was it AMC that did the whole like a bunch of documentaries on wrestling?
A&E.
A&E.
Yeah, they do a good job with it.
Yeah.
But like the best ones to me is like Dark Side of the Ring. I think those documentaries are awesome.
Yeah.
They can be one-sided.
A little bit.
They can be biased.
A little bit. But I mean, Netflix is like you said, they're going to be biased about Vince on this one.
Yeah, the guys who did it. Yeah, that's why I'm like,
we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Netflix is pretty good on being on giving you like everything, and I noticed this. I know a big example I have is you saw the one for Dirty Pop with
I haven't watched that one with the Backstreet Boys. The guy.
Yeah. So Lance Bass did that documentary, Boy Band Scandal, for YouTube when YouTube was doing the YouTube Red. Remember?
Yes.
They had that. They had the Paris Hilton one, and they had Cobra Kai. That was like their three biggest things, right? So I saw that one on YouTube, and it was very like they told a story, and then they just hammered the dude, right? The Netflix one, started telling the story, but it seemed more like they were telling the story from both sides. And I think that's really important because obviously whether you pick a side or not, like they were bringing up points like just really quick, like not to get into it or whatever, but like the guy, he made himself be the sixth member of the band so he could get royalties as well. And when they got paid like shit. And they were like, we want to buy you out, or like, why are you the sixth member? We want to buy you out, blah, 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 whatever. And they forgot that he had paid for everything the last fucking 5 years that they were nobody. He paid for lessons, he paid for their food, their like room and board, their flights here, their like coaching, like insane amount. Like the money that he poured into it from his own pocket was insane. Like now we get it. He was embezzling and he was Ponzi scheming here and there, but that still doesn't defeat the purpose that like someone still had to pay for that. Like someone still had to pay for those voice lessons. Someone still had to fly them out somewhere. You know what I mean? So I think Netflix did a great job not picking sides and giving you all the info for you to make, just make observations at this point because, whatever, it is what it is. So I am pretty pumped to see the documentary. I think they're going to do a good job. And I think they're going to touch on that whole court case. Like I think
yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like they have to.
Yeah, that's the conclusion. I mean, there's nothing else after that. So
yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll talk about that on whenever it comes
we
out.
should watch it together.
Couple weeks. Comes out in a couple weeks. We could do that. We could do a reaction. We could always do that. Even watching an event or something. We could always have that.
Hell
commentating.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Right, well, we have the Philly show coming up next week.
It's next week. Holy shit.
Yep.
Next weekend.
Kev, I heard you're taking my value box.
I mean, I can if you want me to. What's in there? 10-cent cards?
Bruno, I made more money selling bulk at the Fanatics Fest than selling Pokemon shit.
That's
the first day.
Oh yeah. Because I told him, I'm like, it's a sports event. It's not really a Pokemon event.
Yeah.
But luckily,
and apparently all the Pokemon people that were there made a killing. It was like they made a killing. It was nuts.
It's because of the kids. Like you said, a lot of the kids that were there to see, these superstars. They didn't know about the cards or whatever. Yeah. So by being there and then walking around and then they see Pokemon, they're like, "Oh, cartoons," or look at Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, these kids weren't coming up to Lewis, that's for sure.
I had like
They said, "Fuck
kids.
that guy."
Fuck that guy. This is the worst, man. The worst.
That's funny.
And then the best part, Bruno, was the guy that bought all my singles. It took him the time for me to walk from his table back to my table to get all the cards out of the one touches. And as soon as I sat down, I hear him throw out all the one touches.
What the fuck? She was saying, "Hey, hold on, whatnot."
Oh man,
that's $20 on whatnot, man.
Man, it was nuts, man. All I hear is like mad plastic, like dumb loud. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn around and I see all my one touches with my fucking sticker on them in the.
Oh man!
All that time.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
man.
Sucks.
I would have done the same
thing. Oh man! So how are the card bounties going?
Yo, the card bounties, they're getting a little wild. I don't know if it's like the companies, particularly, let's see, the Tops Now, and what was the other one? What was the other big one? Oh yeah, the Superfractor, the Wemby Superfractor.
Yeah.
I don't know if Fanatics is paying these people to like hype it up just to create a chase.
Right.
Because it seems like it's happening a lot now. Right? Yeah, it's like it's too much now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just getting a little out of hand. And I feel like if I were to hit one of those cards, I would sell it right away, but I'd want cash. I don't want any cash and private sale. I want all anonymous. I don't want anybody to know, and I don't want the federal government taking my money.
Yeah.
But it just seems like it's too much.
I don't think Fanatics is paying anybody to do that. I think it's legit. I mean,
you think it's legit?
I think so.
Didn't the Wemby get pulled?
You don't think that it's like almost to me it feels like a manipulation of the
hype?
Yeah, but it was happening.
Well, it's almost like price gouging or shill bidding, in my opinion. Like you're setting the price of the card.
Sure, but it's been happening. It happened before Fanatics. Like it happened with the Zion, with the 101, the RPA. Like there was a $500,000 bounty on that from who? It was I forget who it was that put the bounty.
Wasn't it from Jeff Wilson?
That was 5 years ago. For Zion Williamson, yeah.
Wasn't it the sports card investor?
No, I forgot who it was.
Blowout?
Maybe it was probably like David Adams or maybe Blowout. It was somebody. I remember it. I remember there being a bounty on that card, which drove up obviously the Pelican spot to a crazy amount. We were selling spots for NT for $1,500 for one box or whatever.
Yeah,
it was insane. But I don't think that I don't think they have to pin because there's always going to be those guys that are willing to do that because, I mean, you could sell it for whatever the hell you want at that point, right? You put the bounty on it, and it just for you, like so. Let's say David Adams puts the bounty on it, and they buy it.
Yeah.
And now I'm sure they know they have people that will buy that card for that money or more. You know what I mean? So I don't see why Fanatics would have to do that. I think people would just do it on like. You think Fanatics paid Giannis or told Giannis, "Hey, put double the bounty so we can have more hype around it"? I don't think so. I think
Giannis, no, not that. But he deleted it right after, so I wouldn't be surprised if Ruben gave him a call like, "Yo,
yeah, don't do this.
Stop fucking around here."
I don't think Ruben would though, because why would he?
No, I know.
Giannis was probably like, never mind.
It just feels like it's too much. Like, I don't know.
Giannis, like, if I want all 3 autographs, I'll just go to them myself.
Right.
Like, these 2 bounties right now, they're on, like, not even hobby product. I'm sorry. The Tops Now is not a hobby product.
Right.
Not a licensed
It's
product.
literally, they hyped it up.
Oh, the Olympics one?
Yeah, they hyped it up to get enough people. Remember, it broke like the record.
Yeah.
For the most sales. So it's like, okay, that's kind of weird. The Wemby Superfractor, let's not forget, right now, it's still unlicensed. You're paying $1 million for an unlicensed card.
Oh, it's unlicensed?
But it's also
it's Topps basketball.
They don't have their license only.
They don't have the license yet.
No.
Yeah, but it's also the only rookie auto you're going to get.
Unlicensed.
But it doesn't matter. It's still the rookie auto. It's like C.J. Stroud. It's the only rookie.
Nobody is paying that kind of money, or not even close to top first round picks or whatever for any sport in an unlicensed product.
I mean, they are now. Look what
it's ridiculous.
Look what the
whoever is buying this shit up right now, you guys, I'm gonna say 80% to 85% of you are hypocrites. You don't buy Leaf, you bitch about Leaf, but then you go and spend thousands of dollars on Topps unlicensed basketball for literally 2 players, even in Topps composite football, unlicensed. You're literally trying to get Tom Brady or CJ Stroud. That's it. There's nobody else in the product.
Right.
But it's also because they know there's a market for it, man. Like, look, Wemby Topps Chrome base autos or something.
I know what they're selling for.
And it's just so like, why not try to chase it and try to resell it? That's where the hype is.
That's not my argument or my problem with this. My problem is with the unlicensed part of this. There's plenty of unlicensed. Go buy Onyx boxes. You can hit a Ken Griffey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
You're not paying a Ken Griffey Jr. auto price for an Onyx card.
Or Otani. Otani's in Onyx too.
Okay.
Right?
Nobody's going to pay
right
for that card. You're going to get shit for it.
Right.
So, like,
so what do you think?
Stop doing this. You're wasting your money.
So,
pay fucking leaf price for Topps basketball and Topps composite football. Don't be a bitch.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think a Ken Griffey Jr. Onyx Vintage auto goes for? Top of your head.
500.
No.
200.
Yeah, it's a 150. It's still
okay. 150. Yeah, but his regular auto?
Yeah.
Do a Topps auto now.
Oh, sure. It's more expensive depending on the
one. Oh, by how much?
I don't know. Let's see. Topps. I mean, what are they, like 750 or something like that?
Definitely over 500.
So Topps Chrome. I'm looking for base. I can't find it.
I wouldn't even put Topps Chrome. Just put Topps autograph base Ken Griffey Jr. Any base Griffey auto.
Problem is there isn't really many base Griffey autos.
Okay.
They're all numbered.
So because his auto is a little more rare, you would think.
So here we go. So Topps Stadium Club base auto. Really nice card too. 360.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
You're never going to pay that for an Onyx card, is my point. $1 million for a Superfractor Wemby, unlicensed, is insane. It's ridiculous. I mean, kudos to whoever pulls it. I would sell it right away. But the point is, whoever's paying for that, like, you're a jackass. You're an idiot. You don't even need to put that out there. Like, why offer that bounty? I would have just started at $50K. I'll give you $50K for that bullshit. That's what I would have said.
Yeah,
that's what I would have said. I would have called it bullshit.
But that's a more realistic, like, yeah, it's seeing that it's not unlicensed. That's a more realistic bounty for that. So that just means what? That when it does become a licensed product, it's going to be insane?
Well,
it should be. It should be more, yes.
Here's the difference. You can get a Ken Griffey auto out of Topps, out of Onyx, I think maybe even Panini, I'm not sure. He's not signed to just Topps. Wemby and Stroud are.
Right.
You can't get an auto of them in any other product.
I get it.
And I think that's where it is, right? If it was
So you can't wait another year or two to get the licensed product?
But then he won't be a rookie anymore, right?
It's not his rookie card.
But it's still unlicensed.
Doesn't matter. It's not his rookie.
Look, but I think the way I'm looking at it is it's unlicensed.
I don't agree that it's a $1 million card. I don't think anything's $1 million card, but whatever. The bounty on that is what it is. But you can't take away the fact that you're only going to get those autos in that product.
No, I get that.
You know what I mean?
I get that completely. But you could get plenty of autographs and a lot of unlicensed stuff. Go buy some wild card football and you'll get some autographs of Trevor Lawrence or whatever. I forget who else you can get in that, but I'm just saying I just saw one recently. So you get Trevor Lawrence and wild card, but you're not going to pay a true Trevor Lawrence price. Well, you're not going to buy it. I mean, because it's just a bullshit product. Not that it's a bullshit product, but it's unlicensed.
I don't know, man.
So you shouldn't have to pay that much, is my point. Because, all right, once they get the license, right? So
It doesn't
like,
matter.
okay, let's say Topps basketball was licensed this year and Wemby had an autograph in it. You think it would have been like a $5 million card?
I don't think so.
No,
I think the bounty
still would have been
$1
$1 million.
I think
Exactly.
but that's what I think you're missing. I don't think it matters that it's unlicensed because they know that's the only place you can get it.
Why can't we sell Leaf?
Because Leaf is Leaf. You can get those.
No. But why?
Because you can get those autos in the other product.
Yeah, but why can't we sell Leaf?
You can't. Oh, why can't we sell it? I mean, that's just is what it is.
No. Generally speaking, because it's a tough sell. Why?
Because it's
Because they have some good names in it.
I agree, but
Yeah.
they also
Okay, so why can't we sell it?
because they don't have the only rookie auto that you can pull.
No.
Difference, man.
It's not just that, man.
Yes, it is. That's the only difference. Is Stroud and Wemby? You can only pull a rookie auto.
I'm not talking about Stroud or Wemby. I'm generally speaking. I'm just saying, generally speaking, why can't we sell Leaf?
Because it's unlicensed. That's the whole reason. That's it. But there's no.
Okay.
If Leaf had a specific player like Wemby that he was only signing for Leaf, I'm sure the conversation would have been different.
I don't think so.
I think so. I think it would have made a hell of a difference.
I don't think so at all.
Bruno, think about it this way. Think about it as like, let's say you're a Wemby fan and you want his rookie card just because you collect rookie cards, right? Let's just say you want his rookie card. The only place to get it is Topps, unlicensed. Do you still get it?
Not his rookie year. See, something like that, I would wait to see if the guy pans out. Like, that's why, older cards, like 90s cards, the top tier players, you go after those special inserts. Remember, they're still just regular inserts at the end of the day. In that era, it was junk. And they're just regular inserts. But because years later, they're these like superstars and legends, now it's worth something. So with the unlicensed product would be like the same thing. If I like this guy, so I'm a Wemby fan right now. I love this guy. I love the way he's playing. I'm not going to buy an unlicensed rookie card right now because it doesn't make sense. It's just too soon. I would wait.
But there's no other unlicensed rookie autos. There's no other licensed rookie autos for him. So you're never going to have a licensed rookie card for Wemby.
Right.
Autograph. Unless you get it in person.
Right. I get it. That's fine. I just wouldn't go after the hype right now.
You wouldn't, but there's 50 million other people that probably would.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what drives the hype.
I don't care. I mean, the money, I appreciate the money. I mean, you got to bank on that. But I'm just I think I'm looking at it like, dude, you guys you're going crazy for this? Like, do you realize this is still bullshit product? Like, it's unlicensed.
But it's
that's how I'm looking at it. I'm like, dude, this is unlicensed. It's like, look, composite football looks cool. It's still unlicensed, and you're literally just going after two players because the rest of the autograph checklist is bullshit. It sucks.
They have some good names on there. I saw like Barry Sanders, and they have pretty decent names on there.
Barry Sanders signs everything.
Sure, I don't disagree. But you just got to remember, like, this is brilliant marketing by Fanatics. Like, they know what they have. They knew that they had the only rookie autos that you can pull is in their product.
Right.
And that's the only reason why it's selling.
That's why it's selling. I get it.
And they were lucky.
Get it. I get it, man. I'm just saying, can we come together and just call it bullshit?
I mean,
it's a bullshit product.
I don't think it's a bullshit product. I mean, it's a reputable company. It's Topps. It's the company for sports cards, right?
With no license.
Right. I don't disagree with that. No license.
Why weren't people paying top dollar for autographs of superstars for Panini Baseball?
Because they could get it. They could get it elsewhere.
Topps.
They could get it in Topps.
Or Leaf. which is like unlicensed too. But that's
they could get it in Topps.
It's
That
unlicensed.
but that's the only difference. It's because you can get it in Topps. That's what drives the value down in the other product. Because why? If I know I can get a licensed rookie of a specific player out of Topps, why would I want to get an unlicensed rookie if I know that the Topps one is out? Right?
I see your argument there.
That's the difference. And that's why it was brilliant what they did with Stroud and Wemby. And they got lucky that they both panned out. Because if Wemby got hurt his rookie year and Stroud didn't have a good rookie year, then there would have been
that's fucked.
Nobody would be talking about it.
It's a wash. Yep.
So it was just perfect timing. It worked out. And that's what drove up the market. I mean, these are two guys that they're looking at being, the next best thing since sliced bread, right? These two guys that they're planning, these are going to be the next faces of their respective leagues. And that's what really did it for them. Because if it wasn't that, it could have gone south really quick.
That's true.
Even now, it can go south really. And they released it in a perfect timing because you knew Stroud had a good year, his stuff was going to be up. Wemby had a good year, stuff was going to be up. And they put it out right before both seasons started, which is brilliant. Because if they waited till like afterwards and one of them got hurt, done. There goes down the shitter. You got to give it to Fanatics. They did a really good job of when to release it, how to promote it. I think it was brilliant. But yes, I agree.
Yeah, the money is insane. That's why I'm not buying any of this shit because I can't do it. I don't know who that is.
Dominic Smith. It sucks. But yeah, man. I mean, you can't knock the way Fanatics did it. I think it was brilliant. But yeah, unlicensed. It's not as. Can
we get on Fanatics Live, please?
We can. I mean, we have a little bit of an in now.
Oh yeah.
A little bit better than before.
I think you guys could definitely get in.
No, we have to stream 20 hours, at least 20 hours a week.
What? Really?
Yeah. Come back from
we have to be streaming at least 20 hours a week.
Well, Kevin.
Yeah,
it ain't going to work.
It's been hard for me because my in-laws been in Portugal, but they come back tomorrow. Oh. So hopefully, I got a bunch of singles. I mean, if you look at my desk, there's a bunch of singles ready and raring to go. Dollar singles on whatnot.
Yo, what kind of oil is in that?
In this?
Yeah.
Just normal nicotine. It's not weed.
There's no oil in there?
Yeah. I don't know what it's called. It's fucking vape oil. I don't know. I don't know, snake oil? I don't know what the fuck.
What the fuck? Oh, man.
But yeah.
Fucking bounties. I'm sick of them.
Yeah, I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon, man.
No, they're not. And like I said, if
good for the hobby.
I ever pulled any of those cards, I'd sell it right away.
Right away.
There would be no hesitation. I'm not holding on to this bullshit. I'm not doing any golden auction. You pay me now and leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah,
that's how I would do it.
I can't agree with that. It's not going to go much higher, and you never know. You never know what's going to happen to the player at this point.
Yeah,
big risk. Big risk. Look at Zion.
Yep, exactly. I mean, he's still pretty good, but
I mean, his stuff still sells well.
Look at Franco.
Well, that's extreme.
Yeah.
That's extreme.
That was just self-inflicted.
Yeah. That was wild.
He not only cost himself $100 million contract, he costed collectors probably hundreds of millions of dollars. Because I know myself, I graded like 75 of his cards.
Someone had mentioned some collector. I forget who it was, but they were talking about how like they had bought a Wander Franco like 1 of 1 or something like that, and it was like for I don't know $4,700.
Oh, on Instagram, right?
Yeah, and then within like a couple of years, shit's like $40.
Yeah,
It was like the biggest loss ever.
Yeah, they were talking about what was the worst investment in cards you've ever done, and one of the guys was like Franco.
Yeah.
I mean, people are still buying them. I sold one on eBay, an auto out of 25, PSA 10. I sold it for $40. So I mean, the 101 is probably worth a couple hundred still.
That's insane.
Because honestly, what's the damage? Like you invest in it, it's so low now. Chances that he comes back slim to none. But what if he does?
What if he does?
What if he does?
I just had the biggest deja vu ever.
Why?
Of us saying about Franco and you saying, well, I just sold one on eBay. Like, holy fuck. Like, dude.
Because I say that a lot.
I'm fucking getting goosebumps, dude. Like, we got to check another podcast when it's us three. I think this has happened before.
Probably.
Maybe.
Very possible. eBay's been hot.
Oh my God. Why don't you go on eBay Live then?
Because I'm banned from eBay, apparently.
Yep.
Oh, did that guy ever got back to you guys?
No.
Fuck no. They don't give a fuck. Fuck eBay. With their bullshit ass customer service. Fuck you, eBay.
You'll see them in Philly.
Your fucking Indian customer service team.
Damn.
That get rude with you when you try to ask for a supervisor. Fuck you.
They do get rude.
Worst customer service. eBay sucks. Suck on my gonads, eBay.
Damn.
That's going to be a great reel.
Don't reinstate my account. Fuck you. No, please reinstate it. I did nothing wrong. 100% positive feedback. Thousands of items sold. This is bullshit.
It is bullshit. I think somebody fucked up that day.
Well, I mean, it was me. The shit got stolen.
I mean, it wasn't you. It was some thug. Probably one of those Venezuelan thugs. They eat dogs and everything nowadays, apparently.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Fuck. Oh, man. That's great.
Oh, man.
Sometimes I question his thought process, man.
Mine?
His. Trump.
Oh.
You're eating pets.
I mean, there were videos, but as far as credibility, I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Who knows anything at this point, man?
I don't know. It's very hard to believe anything.
Yeah.
It's been like that for a while, but it's too much.
I don't know if you guys watch Comedy Central, Jon Stewart.
No.
He put a map of the United States, and he was I gotta send it to you. It's like he picked the states like Pennsylvania and Nevada, like, and he made like a name of it. And he's like, yeah, these people are really like, they're very confused right now because of the debate. He's like, the rest of us in who gives a fuck land, we're just here for the ride. Oh, it was funny. It's so funny. All right. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, man. I think we're good.
This was fun. Kevin's fucking cleaning a gazillion cards.
Yep.
Not really.
What?
He's putting them in used penny sleeves.
No, I just opened the pack.
And throwing them fucking...
I got this Dalton Kincaid out of 20. I just realized it was out of 20. Like that, Chet?
Dude.
I bought this at the show. I didn't realize it was out of 20. I mean, I think I did there, but I forgot. What? Gotta keep inventory up, man.
Oh, man.
Yep. I guess to end it off, we can kind of show some of the shit that I have here. Little,
Bruno, you like Final Fantasy?
No.
All right, fuck me.
By the way, I watched House of the Dragon.
Oh!
I'm all caught up now.
How was it?
I liked it. But what was that part that you said? Oh, like there was like reaction videos of like you kind of thought it was going to happen, but it didn't happen. And
when they when they cut the baby's head off
Oh damn!
and then they sewed it back on, and then the carousel the thing was like they were moving it.
Oh yeah.
People thought the head was just gonna roll right off.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I watched the whole thing and I'm like, I wonder what part it was, because there was no part that I felt like, oh, this is kind of crazy, or I thought this would happen.
I thought it was good. Definitely a fucking ball tease. Because
at the end, all this build up for nothing.
All the fucking build up, dude. And now we gotta wait 2 fucking years.
Dude, the build up was insane for nothing.
Yeah, man. I was
to so just be pissed. Like, yeah, we'll be back.
When the fucking screen turned black, I was like, no, god damn it.
Oh, they Tony Soprano'd your ass?
No, it was like a build up to like this huge battle. Ass. It was a build up to this like huge battle and like end of world.
Every trailer for the next episode was like the war's beginning, the war's beginning. And then the episode was like super chill, super calm. And then they're like, yeah, the war's gonna be here. Like, we've given the war to the dragons. Like, we're gonna fucking get our ass chewed off. Yeah. And then it's like on the next season of House of the Dragon.
And then it was like what the fuck?
Yeah.
But it was good though.
It was good. I enjoyed it. I
can't get into it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I just like going on YouTube and seeing the kills.
The what?
Like the kills.
That's it.
I'm a sick fuck.
All right.
I like seeing like the kills. I just don't like. Just never got into Game of Thrones and all that shit.
Man, it's so good.
You would like Game of Thrones.
I tried. I couldn't get into it.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what else I like? That I just finished the new season, The Bear. You guys watch that?
I'm on season 2. I'm on season 2 of The Bear.
Love that shit.
Yeah. He's good actor. He's a fucking phenomenal actor.
Dude, but the show is so good because it's so like quick.
Yeah.
And like there's so much shit going on and it's intense.
Yeah, but
it's like quick.
Yeah. The first season, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Wait till the third. It's the third that's on, right? Yeah. Wait till the third. It's super intense. I loved it. I thought it was different, but it was just super intense because you're like, what the fuck's going to happen? What's happening? You're like on edge all the time.
He's like a chef in that, right?
Yeah. He takes
but like
over
there's so much drama.
Yeah, he takes over his brother's restaurant.
It's pretty good.
Damn.
Oh shit. Love that shit.
That's that clenched shit.
Yeah. Tulsa King next week.
Who?
Tulsa King.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it comes back Sunday.
Is it going to be like the whole season, or are they doing it like weekly?
Nah, they're doing it weekly.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to
wait. You're going to wait till Christmas.
Well, what is it on? Paramount?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. I cancel that subscription.
Did you watch the first season?
Yeah, I liked it.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's like his perfect role. Like, he's perfect for that. Aside from Rocky.
Alrighty, boys.
Or Rambo. I mean...
John Rambo.
What?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was good in Rambo, but like his personality...
Expendables?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he had bad roles. I'm just saying his personality itself and like his his demeanor and all that. It's like perfect as a mobster.
Wait, he's not a boxer? I thought he was a boxer.
He might have been.
Damn.
But yeah.
I've been watching, I'm on the last episode of that 90s show.
Yeah, I watched a couple. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I didn't watch that 70s show. I was never into that.
Yeah, if you didn't like that 70s show, then this is not for you. 1,000% not for you.
It's almost like Big Bang Theory. Like I could never get into it. Never liked it.
That was good.
Yeah.
I like Big Bang Theory.
I love Big Bang Theory. Hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I don't know if you guys have had a chance. You guys have Peacock?
Fuck yeah, I got one.
Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist. That's pretty good. So it's the one with Kevin Hart. It's about the a heist that took place after Muhammad Ali's fight when he rejected to go to the army, to the military. So the fight that happened afterwards, and then a house party that gets robbed. But
the fight that he did in Congo?
no, it was in Atlanta.
Oh.
And but it's good. What's his name's in it too, and he's amazing. Samuel
Dwayne Johnson.
No, Samuel L. Jackson. If he's in it, you know it's going to be good.
Pretty much.
It's pretty good. The first 3 episodes came out. Next one comes out this week. They released 3 episodes, and then they're doing 1 each a week.
Yeah, it's getting really popular, the 3-episode arc that's been releasing for everything.
Yeah.
That's a thing now?
Yeah.
I wish they went back to weekly episodic shows.
I mean, people's attention span nowadays is so...
I know,
terrible.
but I wish they would do that. Even the streaming services. I feel like just releasing the whole series is oh my God, that's just too much. Just do it. If it's a new series, just release it once a week.
Yeah.
Every Monday or every Wednesday.
I feel like most of them are doing that though. Look at House of the Dragon. It was once a week.
Yeah, but that's HBO.
It's still a streaming service. Netflix was doing that.
No, but it was actually on HBO.
That's HBO.
Oh, I don't think it was on. Was it on the HBO channel?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought this whole time I thought it was they would release the episode on HBO Max, and then the next day they'll show it on TV. What? I know Game of Thrones was on the channel. I don't know. Maybe I misinformed.
Probably.
But even Netflix was doing that, where they were releasing one episode a week.
Yeah, here it goes. It said House of the Dragon premiered June 16th at 9 p.m. on HBO and Max. The following 7 episodes dropped on Sundays until the season 2 finale on August 4th. So they did it once a week. On HBO and Max. I don't know. I just like that style. I like waiting. I like giving humans the chance to discuss and talk, as opposed to everybody watches and be like, okay, I'll wait until you finish and then we'll talk. There's no discussion. It's more reaction at the end of the day. Oh, what'd you think? As opposed to, oh, what do you think is going to happen next week?
Right.
Oh, did you see this? Did you see that? You know what I mean? I feel like it was just better interaction.
Ohtani hit his 47th home run and his 48th stolen base.
Almost there. How many games are left?
20.
Oh, what the fuck? He's definitely hitting that shit.
So they have this 75. They're 86 and 59. So that's 144.
He might do 50, 60.
They have 17 games left. Nah, I don't think he's gonna be able to get there.
No?
No. He's averaging less than a stolen base every other game.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He'll definitely get to 50-50.
All right.
Yep.
My son starts soccer on the 21st of September.
Love that shit.
Where at, Lou?
Union.
My son's starting too.
In Union?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
He's on the
Love
3-year.
that. Huh?
Or do they mix them all up?
I think,
fuck
'cause
no.
he's what? He's pre the
3.
grassroots, right?
I don't know what the fuck it's called.
All right, fuck me then.
My wife enrolled him.
Yeah, it's the where is this?
Stop recording, Bruno?
Huh?
No.
Oh. It's
Wait,
what?
what?
Nothing.
It's the field grassroots program. It's 12:45 to 1:45 at Volunteer Field. Saturday, September 21st.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Hell yeah, man.
Sergio's son too.
Nice.
Can you bring
It's when I registered, they told us that like once registration closes that they were gonna like do a draft and that the coaches were gonna like call us and shit.
draft?
I had to
They don't know shit.
I had to email them because I was
They
like,
probably put that shit on a randomizer, random.org.
No, but then when I found out that that's for like the older kids, like for the older kids, like the coaches get together and all that shit. It's like the other program is just, I think it's just like the intro program. They're gonna like teach them how to play, I guess.
Yeah, they're just gonna run after the ball. It's gonna be a
Yep.
wave of kids running after one ball.
So I emailed the director. I was like, is someone gonna like reach out to us? Like, what the hell? You just took my money and I never even got a confirmation email.
It's
And
so funny watching kids play soccer at that age because they all bunch up around the ball,
Yeah.
around the field. It's just so dumb looking.
I can't wait to see my son, man, because he's not into big crowds, you know?
Oh my God.
So I feel like he's gonna just be like on the side, just like staring at everybody.
Oh man.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. Oh
Fuck.
man. All right.
Yep.
Third time trying to close this podcast.
Yep. All right.
Oh man.
All right, Philly show next weekend. Anybody's around?
Dak sucks. eBay is just as bad. Fuck Fanatics with their bounty bullshit. That's it. And I'm down 43 pounds.
Nice.
Likewise.
Love that shit.
Yep.
But I didn't do it with drugs.
Well, you don't have a disease, so it's fine.
Fuck, my bad.
It's okay.
Whatever it takes, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, fuck me, right?
Hey man, the doctor offered.
Yeah, but the insurance is gonna be like, fuck you. Go drink water.
You got to get one of these. You know what I'm saying? You got to add a little electricity in that bullshit.
Fuck, you shocking yourself?
Yeah, man, that's why he's so pissed.
He wasn't there.
That's why he's so pissed.
That, you know what this tells me, Louis? By the way, me showing this and him asking about this.
He doesn't watch the fucking podcast.
100%.
Absolutely no.
Yeah.
100%.
And Bruno,
that's some bullshit.
When we were driving to Cleveland, right? Fucking Kevin and Sergio sat there and were like, you know what we should talk about in the podcast? And literally lined out like literally what we spoke about like on the podcast. Like, I'm like, you guys all don't watch it? I forget what Kevin said, and he was like, we should talk about that in the podcast. And Sergio's like, we did already.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
My bad.
Love that.
All right. Well, now that you have some time at home, you should listen to the podcast.
Maybe I will. I just looked at my subscriptions on YouTube, and it's a lot of Peppa Pig, so I guess my son's been subscribing to that.
That's great.
All I see is Peppa Pig.
Your algorithm is all fucked up.
It is all fucked. There's like, it's like Miss Rachel, Peppa Pig, and then it's P. Diddy Presents Bad Boys of Comedy.
Good stuff.
And then one that says Deshaun Watson is fucked.